Justice served in an honest fight. True crime tales till the verdict's right. Solving more than just trivial quests, where sentences rule at the defense rests.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope everyone had a good evening. We're ready to resume the trial of the case. Make sure you have your own notepads and no one else's notepads. All right, state can call your next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Lieutenant Ben Wells.
Please raise your right hand and place your left hand on the Bible. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the evidence tried to give the court in this case be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Get you to state your name and then spell your last name for the court.
I'm Benjamin A. Wells, W-E-L-L-S.
Mary, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you. Lieutenant Wells, where do you work?
I work for the Horry County Sheriff's Office,
And how long have you worked there?
24 years.
What is your current position there?
I'm a lieutenant over electronic crimes.
What types of things does the electronic crimes unit do?
We take cell phones, computers, and digital evidence and analyze it to identify anything of evidentiary value.
How long have you been concentrating on electronic crimes?
Since 2010.
Did you receive any special training in order to work in electronic crimes or deal with electronic devices?
I have.
Can you describe what you've done?
I have been to the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center in Glencoe, Georgia, and seized computer evidence recovery and digital evidence acquisition specialist. I'm a member of the Secret Service Cyber Crimes Task Force. I've been to the Secret Service has trained me at National Computer Forensics Institute in Hoover, Alabama. I have various vendor trainings and certifications.
What's your educational background?
I have an associate's degree in information technology. I have a bachelor's degree in computer forensics and digital investigations, and I'm currently pursuing my master's in digital forensics.
How much longer do you have in your master's?
Hopefully December.
Okay. Do you teach any seminars or courses in digital forensics?
I do. I'm a subcontractor and I teach Cellbrite.
Teach what?
Cellbrite certifications.
Thank you. Are you also a member of this Attorney General's IPAC task force?
I am. I do computer forensics for the Attorney General's Office for Internet Crimes Against Children and Human Trafficking.
So because you teach it, I am assuming you are familiar with the Cellbrite software.
I am.
And can you tell us what it is?
The software works in a way to forensically pull the evidence or information off of a device and put it in a readable format so it's easier to go through and find stuff.
Is that readable format a report, like a Cellbrite report?
It is. It's a UFED reader report that we generate with the software.
What do you mean UFED reader report? And then is that UFED?
It's universal forensic evidence device. It's used for there's two separate programs. There's one for the extraction, and then there's one, once the extraction is off the device, it is parsed and analyzed and put into that readable format.
Is that readable format searchable by any user?
Yes, the Cellbrite reader, Cellbrite's proprietary, which you have to pay for a license, but the reader is a solution for the software to be able to give for free, so you can still go through it and look at the contents of the device.
Can you search by, for instance, a keyword or look for a photo?
Yeah, there's lots of different search criteria. You can search through words, hash values, and different other categories, and many different.
Has Cellbrite been accepted as a forensic tool in courts across the country?
It has.
Are you, and again, you teach it, so I'm assuming that you've been trained in Cellbrite.
I have.
Okay. How long specifically have you been using it?
I've been using Cellbrite close to 13 years, 14 years.
And you mentioned that you have certain vendor certifications. Do you have any certifications from Cellbrite?
I do.
Can you tell us what they are?
I have a CCO, which is a certified Cellbrite operator, certified Cellbrite physical analyst. I'm a CASA, which is a advanced Cellbrite course for parsing and analyzation. And I also have what's called the CCME. I'm a certified Cellbrite mobile examiner, which is the highest certification that you can get within the company.
What is required to obtain those certifications?
You have to take the classes and pass a graded test.
Are you also familiar with a tool called Gregory?
I am.
And what is that?
Gregory is another extraction tool. It is used to get the data from the device, the same as Cellbrite.
Have you been trained on using that tool?
I have.
And have you received any certifications in that?
Yes, I have the Gregory certified operator.
Approximately how many electronic devices have you examined using either Cellbrite and or Gregory?
I would venture into the thousands.
Okay. What do you, when you've said, talk about data on a phone, what do you mean?
Well, of course, when somebody uses a device and it has to have those records in ones and zeros. So it's anything that the user will interact with the device, system interacts with the device, and to be able to see exactly what's on it. It kind of paints the picture of the data on the device.
And when you say extraction, what do you mean?
Well, because we can't you don't want to search a device on the device, because then you're altering evidence. What we do is we forensically acquire that copy in order so we can manipulate and work with that, and then we can validate it and verify it against them.
Well, when you say manipulated, are you changing, are you changing any data in the extraction?
No, that was actually a very poor choice of words, but it's not manipulated, but it's to be able to go through it and, be able to see the different categories and see what is exactly there.
Have you ever been qualified as an expert in the field of digital forensics in South Carolina?
I have.
Approximately how many times?
Twice.
And were you asked to extract data from phones in this case?
I was.
Are you always able to extract data from a phone?
I am not.
What affects whether you can extract data from a phone?
Well, there's a lot of different things. It just depends. It could be encryption. It could be passcodes, the hardware, newer versions. We're always trying to fight. We all know that our cell phones, they come up with security updates all the time. And there's just a plethora of things that can keep us from getting in the device.
Are there different types of extractions?
There are.
What are they?
Well, a lot of there are three basic ones, which is your physical extraction, which is a complete extraction, physical extraction of the ones and zeros, which has what's called unallocated space. That unallocated space is deleted material. Then there's file system extraction. And that's basically all the files that are in the file system, in the user file system. And then there's what it's called an advanced logical or logical. And it is basically what you see on the device.
Now, when you talk about unallocated space for deleted items, does that unallocated, and I may not be using the right terminology, but does that unallocated space ever like get written over? So it would be potentially you would be losing deleted device?
In a physical,
Deleted
yes, in a
information?
physical extraction, yes.
Your Honor, at this time I would offer Lieutenant Wells as an expert in digital forensics.
All right, any challenges or questions?
Yes, sir, a few questions. So, it's my understanding, I kind of get a feel for this. Which kind of extraction did y'all do? Physical or logical? What was the,
Whatever we can get.
which extraction did you do? Which type, the category?
It depends on which device we're talking about.
Okay. Which devices did you extract in this case?
Objection, Your Honor. I haven't even gotten to the extractions in this case. This is just about whether or not Lieutenant Wells is an expert.
All right. I sustain the objection.
Okay. All right, let me ask you this. In terms of, what I think I heard you say was you did some physical in this case and some logical, is that right?
It
Objection
just,
again, Your Honor.
I'm gonna allow that. Go ahead.
it depends on the device. If there's some devices with file-based encryption that you can't do a physical.
Okay. All right, let's talk about your training. So you're still in the process of completing your training, is that right, in digital forensics? You're looking to get your master's?
Completing my master's, yes.
Okay. In 2000, we're let's see, 4 years removed. So in 2020, where were you in your educational journey?
Completing my bachelor's.
You started it in 20, takes a while.
Well, maybe my associates in it. Maybe it could be. I'm not exactly sure when.
Okay.
But before that, I've received trainings throughout from the Secret Service and throughout the Department of Homeland Security in order to further solidify everything. I wanted to put a official degree behind it.
Sorry, I didn't understand that response.
I had a lot of training beforehand.
Okay, all right, that's fair. And remind me what that training beforehand was specifically in.
Specifically I've done trainings in advanced cell phone forensic acquisitions, advanced cell phone analyzation, network intrusion, cyber intrusion.
Okay, and those things sound more to me like, this is what I'm trying to understand. That training sounds like it is more related to finding out if somebody has committed like a cyber crime. Is that fair to say?
There are trainings within that do that, yes, but this is what we call dead box forensics or mobile forensics.
Okay. What specific training do you have related to extracting data from the phone?
From extracting, I have the CCOs, CCPAs, which were week-long courses with the extraction. I did a 5-week course at the National Computer Forensics Institute in Hoover, Alabama, with the Secret Service to extract devices, and I also teach it.
Okay. Are you intending to offer any opinions in this case related to digital forensics?
If necessary.
Okay. Are you here to give us an opinion about the extraction itself, to just confirm the extraction, or are you going to give some other opinion beyond the extraction?
I got to be asked the questions first, right?
I don't know. I imagine you've gotten prepared for this, and you have an idea of what you're here to testify to, don't you, sir?
I do.
Okay. Because I don't have any kind of report from you or anything, or any kind of that I'm aware of, any kind of specific report.
Objection, Your Honor, the
Opinion.
extraction report is the report. And that was provided years ago.
Okay, if that's what, that's, all right. If that's the basis, that gives me in the right direction. Okay, so now let's talk about the report itself. You, in your studies, are familiar with some of the issues with cell right? Some of the public criticism of cell
Elaborate.
Are you familiar with any of the criticisms of cell and its use in criminal investigations?
Oh, there's criticisms on a lot of things. I mean, people have opinions on things. I'm not sure what you're asking.
Are you familiar with any of those criticisms?
I'm familiar with, people, sometimes it's too slow and it takes a long time to open. And
Are you familiar with the criticisms related to its reliability, sir?
I'm not familiar with them.
Are you familiar with criticisms related to the inability to delete to recover certain deleted items?
Am I familiar with?
The criticisms related to the fact that there can be deleted material from a phone that the cell program will not allow to be recovered.
That's not necessarily would be an accurate statement, because it's not necessarily the Cellbrite that's not able to recover it. There's too many variables within that would consist in not being able to recover data.
Okay. You'd agree with me, wouldn't you, that in terms of, there is, one of the other criticisms is that Cellbrite can be manipulated, right? You can manipulate the extraction. Agree with that?
Anything can be manipulated, but it's forensically sound through hash values and matching values to be able to ensure that that data is not manipulated or changed at all.
So when a piece of evidence gets into a digital forensics expert's hands, they have an opportunity, they could manipulate that evidence before it's extracted.
It would take a lot of, it would be extremely geekified and able to do it.
Okay. But an expert would have that geekified intelligence.
Possible, but not probable.
Okay. Okay. All right. How about this cross-validation? Did you do anything in this case to cross-validate the extractions that you performed?
I did. I validated the information by going into databases and looking at the actual information and being able to look in other softwares too.
Okay, now I want to make sure I understand this. Are you telling me that you looked at every image on these phones?
Absolutely not.
Okay, all right. What did you review?
I reviewed different things that were evidentiary value that were brought to me from the detectives.
Okay, so you looked at cherry-picked portions of the extraction, is that what you're telling me?
I validated it.
Okay, so I just want to understand what was going on here. They give you a portion of an extraction, and then you would go validate that? Is that what you're telling me?
It's impossible for me to know exactly every detail of an investigation. That's what the reader is. It's a force multiplier. So in an event where there are massive amounts of data in a cell phone, and being one person being able to go through that, it's not just, you can't do that. It's designed to be a force multiplier so many people can collaborate and be able to come up with with the evidence that is needed in the case, and then it is validated by me.
Okay, so we're in agreement that in terms of whatever evidence, if this evidence is in the pure original form, it is too voluminous to even be studied in completeness.
Objection. What evidence? I'm not really sure.
The extraction. Did you agree with that?
But that's why it's categorized and used into the Cellbrite reader, so it's able to be viewed.
Okay.
If you're looking at it as on a computer with a folder and you're trying to go through it by looking at folders, you will never be able to get through everything. Apps are sandboxed, so everything is, within its own app. So that's where the Cellbrite software is able to parse it, categorize it, and make it where you can read it, and you're able to search.
And do you have any, is Cellbrite software something you have any control over?
Control as.
I'm sorry, do you know the methodology, have you been involved in any way, shape, or form with the software of Cellbrite? Other than using it in terms of like its creation?
No.
Okay. Any of its algorithms? Cellbrite will not share that, isn't that correct?
It's proprietary.
And so you're having to put your confidence in the actual software and program, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't independently verify that the program itself is not flawed.
That's not true.
Okay, that's not true? I'm asking.
Yeah, you can go I can validate the information. I can go into the databases and make sure that it's reporting the correct information.
Okay. But you can't validate the software itself, right?
That is validating that the software is doing what it's supposed to do.
Okay. Well, the software gives you a product, right? An extraction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How can you validate it?
I can look at the device.
Sorry?
You can look at the device, but I mean, it's large, yeah.
Okay. So it is extremely difficult, would you agree, to cross-validate the device?
No.
You can cross-validate it in small portions. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I can generate a hash for the entire extraction. And that's what Cellbrite does, is it'll generate.
Objection, Your Honor. I'd like him to allow the witness to answer the question. I believe Lieutenant Wells was still
All
talking.
right, finish your answer.
Well, hash values are a fingerprint. What this does, it's an algorithm. There's certain ones, MD5, SHA-1, SHA-256, and these are basically fingerprints of the entire extraction. And they are generated, and as long as they are any type of manipulation, any type of change whatsoever to that, will completely change the hash value of the extraction. So that's how we ensure that evidence hasn't been manipulated and that what we're working with is correct.
Okay. But the body that might be potentially manipulating it, the agency or the department, is, you guys are the ones who extracted this. When you didn't, this wasn't sent to a third party to verify the extraction. You were doing it in-house, correct?
I don't understand what you mean third party. Technically, I am a third party. I mean, I'm with the sheriff's office. This was a county police investigation.
Got it. So I'm not saying you're not SLED, right? Like, DNA samples, we send those over to SLED. Is that?
Correct.
Now, you've been qualified how many times?
Twice so far.
Okay. And what were you qualified as in those two cases?
I was qualified as an expert in digital forensics, and I was qualified as digital extractions. I think it was a digital extractions.
Okay. And so those are two different subsets of qualifications. Is that still?
The digital extraction would be part of digital forensics. So the first time I was qualified would have been digital extractions, and then the digital forensics encompasses all of that.
Okay. Let me just make sure I understand. Digital extractions and digital forensics. Which one's the big umbrella?
Forensics.
Forensics. Okay. And you've been qualified as an expert in digital forensics one time?
And one time for that, yes.
And then a second, and then one time for the smaller category of digital extraction?
Yes, sir.
In the case where you were qualified as an expert in digital extraction, what program was used in that case for extraction?
Celebrate.
Have you ever been denied as a witness?
I have not.
Have you ever testified in federal court?
No,
Were you qualified in the 15th Circuit as an expert?
I was.
And in those two instances, what was how many phones were you asked to extract in those cases?
I don't recall.
Your Honor, I believe, based on my experience, I would move to strike witness as an expert.
All right. I find this witness to be an expert, skilled individual, to bring this over to the things.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you extract data from at least one device in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that, well, actually, let me just. Your Honor, if I may approach with admitted exhibit 19. And actually, let me give you the extraction also. Approaching with State's Exhibit 92, which I would ask you mark for identification. Admitted for identification.
May I refer to my notes?
Your Honor, may the witness refer to his notes to verify that that is the phone.
Yes, this is the phone.
Okay, just make sure you keep your voice up, please.
Yes, this is the phone,
Okay.
the device.
And how are you verifying that?
Well, first of all, each device has a unique identifier, which is IMEI, International Mobile Equipment Identifier. Our identity.
Slow down a little bit. We're trying to type everything down.
Sorry. And that's basically a unique identifier for the device, which I cross-reference that with the report that's in front of me, or the pictures that are in front of me with the device. I have documented pictures of when I did the extraction, and I verified that the IMEI number is the same.
Okay. And so is 92 the extraction of data that you performed from State's Exhibit 19?
Yes. And
Did you? Yeah.
yes, it is.
And how are you verifying that that is the extraction that you performed?
I validated it before court and initialed this.
Thank you. Do you need to keep this in front of you just so you're sure what we're talking about?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is there a phone number associated with that phone?
Yes, ma'am, there is. 1513-252-4742.
Okay. So the area code is 513. You put the one in front of it.
Yes.
Okay. Are there any unique personal identifiers associated with the phone? So not the IMEI, but other identifiers.
The owner's name is Mouse, and I believe This was also backed up to a MacBook Pro with the user of Meagan Jackson.
Where did you get that phone?
It was given to me by Horry County evidence.
Did they also give you the password to the phone?
Yes, they did.
Were you able to extract data from the phone? Well, obviously you were able to extract data because you've identified that already. When you performed the extraction, did you add, change, or delete any information?
I did not.
What did you do once you performed that extraction?
Once I performed the extraction, I took the extraction and I parsed the data in the physical analyzer, which is the program to categorize it to make it more easy to search.
Did you then provide that to the solicitor's office for disclosure and discovery?
I did.
Were you asked, I'm going to jump ahead 1 second, were you asked to examine that extraction and another extraction for specific content?
I was.
Was that other extraction that you were asked to review done by Sergeant Marcus?
Yes, one of them was.
I'm approaching with admitted exhibit 95. Is that the extraction of Erica Dantel's phone that you reviewed?
It is.
How are you recognizing it?
I recognized my signature or initials on the jump drive before or after I reviewed the content.
Now, I think Mr. Britton covered that those extractions are fairly voluminous. So for the items that you were asked to examine, did you prepare excerpts of those voluminous reports?
Yes, I did.
So were you asked to examine, let's start with exhibit 95, the extraction from Erica Dantel's phone. Were you asked to examine that extraction for any information on her phone of someone trying to expose the affair between the defendant and Christopher Dantel?
I was.
Did you find any?
I did.
And before I get to your first excerpt, does Celebrite categorize data in much the same manner as your actual phone? So it would separate, say, photos, calls, messages?
It does.
I would get this introduced. There's paper evidence on this.
Exhibit 98, Your Honor, is an excerpt of an already admitted extraction. Your Honor, while we're doing that, if I can approach Lieutenant Wells.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm showing you State Exhibit 98. Is that an excerpt that you prepared regarding information that word of the affair was sent to Erica Dantel?
It is.
Your Honor, at this time, with the redaction, I would move to admit State Exhibit 98.
All right, State's Exhibit 98 admitted into evidence over defendant's objection, subject to the redaction corrected by.
Yes, and I've redacted the physical copy. I'm just waiting on redaction of the digital copy.
That's fine.
And what part of the phone did you find that evidence?
This was located in the MMS SMS database.
What's that for those of us who don't speak that language?
Everything has to be, information is stored in databases, so it's accessible by the applications. And this is where a database is a large Excel spreadsheet, essentially. And it's separated into columns and rows. And this is where it stores that information on the back end to where the application or the device can show it to you the way you see it.
I'm sorry. Court's indulgence, I'm just trying to make sure that the redaction is done. Okay. And sorry. Can you describe what Exhibit 98 is?
This is a excerpt from an instant message conversation.
Your Honor, I have verified the extraction. May we publish Exhibit 98?
Yes.
And so what, are you able to tell what program was used to send these messages?
From the party, the from party, it's registering as contact@textforfree.net.
Are you familiar with Text for Free?
I am.
Can you describe to the jury what it is?
Text for Free is it's a texting application that you can use if you don't have cellular service. It's used to be send text anonymously to where it can't be brought back to you.
Okay, you want to zoom in on the phone. Does that show when the first text was received?
Yes, the direction was incoming, so it was. It came in 9/27/2020 at 3:35:27 p.m.
And what is that first text?
Your number is posted on the special ed curriculum. I thought you should know. I found out your husband has someone else pregnant.
And what's the next text?
The girl that is pregnant is Meagan. Ask her. Then redacted.
Let me go back to the first text that was sent at 3:35 p.m. And I'm going to show you. Your Honor, I'm approaching the State's Exhibit 156. Is that an excerpt of the extraction from Eric Dantel's phone showing a reaction to the first text for free message?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time I would move to admit State's Exhibit 156 in public.
Second.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
You say yes?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Yeah, yes, sir.
State's Exhibit 156, admitted in your utterance without objection.
And this again was from Eric Dantel's phone.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a date and time stamp for that first text message? This needs to move as fast as possible. We have an emergency.
Yes, ma'am.
And what is it?
I'm sorry.
What is the date and time stamp?
9/27/2020 at 3:40.
So about 5 minutes after that first text for free text?
That's correct.
Let me go back to Exhibit 1. After that first text at 3:35, did text continue to come in from the text for free app?
After the 3:35, yes.
When was the next one?
5:45, 23 p.m.
And what does that text say?
The girl that is pregnant is Meagan. Ask her, question mark.
When did the next text come in?
The next text would have been at 7:25 on 9/27.
And what does that say?
Meagan Jackson, Chris Dantel, Savannah Rice, Josephina Nakawatsa, flight 4652 Myrtle Beach, September 24th, 7:01 a.m. Flight 1944, Jacksonville, 10.
What was the next text?
Next one was 7:25 on 9/27. Ask her neighbors how often his. It's cut off on this one.
And why would the text message be cut off like that? Why weren't you able to recover the whole thing?
Well, this is in a timeline, so it would have cut it off. It could have. There's a lot of different reasons that it couldn't have pulled it.
What's the next text?
It's a link for https://ibb.co/BQHR82R.
Okay, and what is IBD?
IBB is a image hosting site.
What do you mean?
Well, if you want to share an image or without directly sending the image, you can upload it to the site. It'll create a link for you, and then you can just send that hyperlink.
Did you, in fact, follow that link or type that link into a browser and try and pull it up?
I did.
Are you just identifying this? You're trying
I'm trying to admit it.
to get this. You're having a hard time reading it. It's just difficult for me to see prints very small. No, I mean, it's outside the presence of the jury to decipher this. I can't read. Give up.
Let me see it.
I'm going to approach also 90B, which is
Resident of the law, so I'm going to shoot back to the jury room with the notepad in the jury box. I'm not discussing this.
$98B, which is the same text conversation from someplace else without forecasting my question, but this version is easier to read.
Okay, that's the thing, is that this is so small.
Right, but this is from the website. This is from the website, so we can't control the font. 98A is from the IMGDD website, so that's how it pulls up. We have no control over the clarity of that
But I mean, if I can't read it, how can the jury read it?
because this is the same conversation, and you can match up the readable portions of the blue portions here. I think
Okay.
the ones that are difficult.
So 98B
B,
is just a larger printed form of 98A.
from a different source. It'll be clear after I ask my questions, but,
Well, let's profit then.
okay, all right. I'm just gonna give you 98A and 98B. All right, so is 98A the image that you accessed using that IDD link?
It is. It is.
Just had to say that out loud. And then, were you able to find that same text conversation in the defendant's phone?
I was.
Is that what's depicted in 98B?
It is.
And how are you able to tell that it is the same text conversation?
Well, I can actually kind of turning over B. I can read it. I make it a point of spending time with you, and I love spending time with you. I like to have sex with you. I make it a point of avoiding Erica, and she makes me sick. And I don't have sex with her. There isn't a comparison. So I can actually identify the first text message, and then when I come to the report, or
And Your Honor, if I may, can we pull up the digital version of 98A? Ms. Waller has it on her computer, and it appears more legible than the printed version.
Well, I mean, how do I know that that's that? I mean, 98A, I'm looking at it, and I can see the first thing, the dark blue, it's printed in light blue, but I can't.
Well, you'll be able to tell it.
Your Honor, we'd be able to,
Hold for a second. You're gonna have, I mean, I don't have any problem with the way with the proper testimony.
I understand. The only problem I have with proper testimony is I don't really understand, and maybe it's just me, where he is claiming that message, whatever he was just reading involved sex, where it came from. Because that sounds like it's not part of the extraction, which is what he was qualified to testify about.
Well, I understand the second one, 98B, came off the first vote.
Right, so,
That's
so I didn't mean to interrupt you, Your Honor. So Exhibit 98 was the text for-free texts that were sent to Erica Dantel. One of those texts contained an IDD link. So in order to show that that text conversation existed in the defendant's phone, Lieutenant Wells just typed in that link, like anyone can do. Like, this is what you would get if you typed in that link. And it pulled up that photo of the text conversation. Then he looked for that text conversation on the defendant's phone. Does that make sense?
Yes,
You're
So
right.
that's sort of what we're trying to prove.
I understand.
I don't be disrespectful, but I feel like you should be excused during this conversation.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and allow it.
Hold on, just be heard on it. I think what they're trying to do, as I'm hearing on now, and I think it's extremely prejudicial and very misleading. If they're attempting to say that Meagan Jackson sent the anonymous message to Greg Rice through this conversation, which is about sex, which is unrelated, and that is extremely misleading and wrong.
Well,
I'm unmovable to not allow it.
Okay,
thank you.
could I have some time to try to read that myself?
We're also trying to reprint it, but if you wanted to look on this computer.
You can definitely read one.
And John, just while I'm having a chance here for the break, this isn't anything in terms of a confrontation clause issue. This is not a position. Nowhere in their report have we ever been provided any kind of summary or conclusion or idea that was sent by Meagan Jackson, that the anonymous message was the machination of Meagan Jackson. That is a new position they have taken at the start of this trial. And now they've come in and qualified an expert to try to link that without her having any opportunity to confront that. It's completely improper.
Overruled by the law.
Okay, thank you, Ron. May I go put this computer for a second?
We need to take a break or anything before we bring the jury back in.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we're just trying to print it downstairs so that it's in color and perhaps more readable.
It's just a better printer. I think it'll come out clear, Your Honor.
How long will the break be?
5 or 10 to be safe, I would say,
All
right?
right, let's take a 10-minute break. We'll come back. Dr. Wells, you can now discuss your testimony. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll break for 10 minutes.
Let's go downstairs.
Anything from the defense before we bring the jury in?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, let's bring the jury in.
Do we need to agenda some of that? Do you have one or not? Yeah, otherwise I can learn this afternoon. Your Honor, would you like me to replace the, well, I'll label this also as exhibits 98 A and B, or I'm not sure how to. Well, I mean, I guess we can figure that out later because we'll be projecting the digital version, which I think is more clear. And that's what's on here.
Okay, I don't want to apologize for keeping you in the jury room for so long, but we did have some matters we needed to address. All right, State can continue with your examination.
Okay, can you bring up 98 again? That's perfect. Okay. So this line 8, just because we did take a long break, can you explain IDB.co again to the jury?
IBB.co, it's imgbb.com. It's
Slow
basically,
down a little bit.
it's a web hosting for images. You can upload an image, it'll create a link to be able to share it.
Do you know whether those links are ever duplicated? In other words, would two, okay, you're answering. So there would not be, say someone uploaded BQHR82R, and then do they have the ability to take it down?
Yes, they can, I believe it can be taken down.
And then if someone else uploaded an image, would that file name ever be reused?
No.
So looking at line 8, did you go to that link, IDB.co, with that file name?
I did.
And is that what's depicted in 98A in front of you?
It is.
Your Honor, I would ask that 98A be admitted.
All right, who's judge?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
State admitted 98A, admitted into evidence without objection.
And may it be published, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay. And so down here where it says image link, what is that?
The image link is the address, basically the same as the web address. It's the web address for that image
So
and the
that's
page.
the link that was contained in the text for free text?
Yes, that is.
Okay. Can you show the text itself? And then zoom in a little bit. You're making your were you able to find this same text conversation on the defendant's phone?
I was.
Is that what's depicted in 98B that you have in front of you?
It is.
And Your Honor, at this time, I ask that 98B be admitted and published.
Let me just, yes, sir, Your Honor. 98B, State Exhibit 98B is moved into evidence without objection.
We'll go page by page, just so, let me get it up. All right, so what is this first page of 98B showing you?
This first page is, there's multiple extractions for multiple devices. This is just identifying the device that the information came from.
And so which device did this come from?
This would come from the phone number 513-252-4742 and the IMEI last 5862.
Right, is that, and there's no site, so is that the defendant's site?
It is.
Yes?
It is.
Okay. And, okay, no, just the first couple holes. So, and is this, are you able to print out text conversations sort of in different formats from Celebrate? So like this is, I always call it the bubbles.
Yeah.
Because I like the bubbles better.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you compare this text conversation in 98E with the one in 98A?
I did.
And they appear to be the same?
They are.
And what is the date of this text conversation?
9/15/2020.
I can. That's just a image, which instructions on, so that this is it. Your Honor, if I may approach with State's Exhibit 100. Did you look through the extraction from the defendant's phone to see if there was any, I'll call it IDD or IMDD activity on her phone?
I did.
Did you see any evidence of such activity on her phone?
I did.
Is that what's depicted in Exhibit 100?
It is.
Is that an excerpt from the full extraction?
It is.
Your Honor, I'd ask that Exhibit 100 be admitted.
Any objection?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, State Exhibit 100 admitted into evidence without objection.
May be published, Your Honor.
Yes.
Okay, can you just explain to the jury what they're looking at?
In the readable format, it puts it, you'll see where types is, that it came from the notes application
Like this?
and I'm sorry.
I was just showing, because some jurors are looking over here, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. So the event is that is the contents within the notes, and this is a list of different IBB.co web pages and web addresses.
Okay, did you then, does this tell you when that list was created?
9/27/2020, 7/01/56.
And what is the modified date behind mean?
It's whenever the created date was whenever the actual file was created, but the modified could be when it was changed or deleted.
Did you then go to each individual IBD.co link to see what was there?
I did.
Put some buttons. Sorry, Your Honor, quite a few links. When you went to those individual links, did you create exhibits of each link?
I did.
Your Honor, you can see I've had a pretty decent number of exhibits. I'll take the best of it, which is, that's what I'm keep everybody waiting.
But these are simply those links that were provided many years ago, just plugged into the search engine.
Your Honor, just my initial, without going through each one of these is, there's no date on these documents. I don't know what date this is pretending to have been from.
How are we identifying those?
Your Honor, so that would be 100 A through S, I believe it is. And each exhibit corresponds in order to the IDB.co files that are listed in that notepad.
But I just want to make sure I'm saying, is it testimony that says created on 9/27/2020, that all of these were created on that date? Is that, anybody? Yeah.
She's just showing you what she's getting ready to show the witness and have them testify to it.
Yeah, Your Honor, unfortunately, there's some things we need to take up outside the presence of the jury based on you're not paid.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll shoot you back to the jury room, leave your notepads in the box.
Yes, sir. It appears that from that the testimony is going to be all created on 9/27. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Two, as I'm looking through this, there's some protest stuff in here. For instance, ultrasound images, the way those things are discussed related to a person. Again, I hadn't gone through them all yet, Judge, so.
We'll go through all of them and let me know what your objections are.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just bring me the ones that you object to.
Okay, thank you.
He certainly does. What the fuck are they waiting for? Don't you fucking make me get back up again. Scary lady standing up. Hopefully it shouldn't be too long then. Maybe they're going over some documents that they hadn't seen.
Well, they're still my exhibit, so I need to be able to see what you're.
Sidebar. Sidebar. All right, time for a sidebar swoop then. Hang on, we'll do a little dedication to Anna. And sidebar swoop. Just a little swoop. See a little slide.
It's a little swoop, a sneaky little glide. The message is simple, like and subscribe.
Message is simple, like and subscribe. I still like this one. This one's Elizabeth. Ow, ow, don't make me laugh. Ow. 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 Hello, HORRY. Oh, fuck. Mm-hmm. No. Don't laugh so hard, Jodie. It's the sidebar. Oh, HORRY. Let's do another one.
Sidebar swoop, it's in your sight. Like and subscribe. Oh, don't be shy.
I love them. Did you check your WhatsApp, Teresia? I sent you a picture of an email I sent. I'm an idiot. But hopefully it's a different kind of invitation. Oh dear. You can interview me, motherfucker. All right, let's play some Drunkle whilst they're chitty-chatting. And go.
They said, hey, you have to open this via the secret method.
How the fuck are you supposed to know that?
Go. Chat. I am mildly to severely intoxicated, so.
Oh my.
Yeah, secret passage in the thing.
Yuri Buchanan is a credible witness
For fucking up their investigation. Like, and this is the point I've made on Twitter before. How was I supposed to know to open up the secret passage?
The ladies love some Alan Jackson. But they pay attention. They lock in. When frickin' Hank Brennan talks, just like the rest of us. What do we hear, Bibbs? We hear things such as wah, 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 wah.
Secret passage.
I figured that he would have been inundated in his inbox with people going, "Oh, Turtle Boy, I love you. So big, so great. Come onto my channel, come onto my channel." So I thought I'd do the opposite and challenge him. Because, as I said, ego is a beautiful thing. And I bet you I can tell him one thing that he doesn't know about the trial. I'm sure he knows a shit ton more than me, but I'm pretty sure I can win that challenge. I wonder if I can put it in the database. Tell me something, Turtle Boy doesn't know. No, I already know what I'm going to use. Yeah, and I'm going to get him to interview me about Karen. Let's shake shit up a bit, eh? Make things different. I don't like to be a sheep. I'm not a follower. I'm a doer. Absolutely. Yep.
100A2 through 100S2 are essentially the same images, but retrieved from the defendant's phone. So it's the same image, it's just showing that these images that were uploaded to IBD, were created on the
Right, he's
defendant's
going down to the bedroom.
Anything further from the defense before we bring the jury in?
If you want to hear me now on the foundation plan, or she's going to try to lay that. She laid the foundation in
She hadn't laid the foundation yet, no.
I'm just not sure, definitely do it under rule board.
All right. Anything further from the state before we bring the jury in?
No, Your Honor.
All right, let's bring the jury in.
Oh, thank fuck for that. All right, that's my drugs. Come to Mama. Come on. I see ya. Yeah.
Right on the table, so you get a low connection, and then also the screen is extended, so if it shows up and it looks like it's not showing up on these screens, just turn it to the right.
Not that one. Oh, it's opposite this other.
Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Really?
Your left cards. All right, we continue with direct examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let me just go back to this. So you went over the shows that it was created on September 27th. First of all, what is the significance of the date of October 2nd in this case?
That'd be after the crime.
Pardon me?
Be after the crime.
The date.
The day of the crime.
And then the modified date and the fact that it's showing deleted and trash, what does that mean?
That's most likely that's when it was modified and the file was moved to the trash.
Now, when in the course of your analysis, review of these items, did you go to each individual IDB.co link?
I did.
Did you create printouts of what you found at each link?
I did.
If someone went to that link today, in all likelihood, would that image still be there?
It will.
Your Honor, at this time, I would like to approach with exhibits 100A through 100S.
Oh, okay.
If you can review those.
I've heard
please.
of her. And yes, she's on Discord. She comes up. Same as what as the Gavel Drop does to me, where they promote every live stream. So I get a notification every time she does one as well. I've got so many ideas and so many plans.
Yes, ma'am.
Are those the
I just haven't got the time or the energy to do them at the
They
moment.
are.
If we can start with 100A. please.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
I've
Your Honor,
even
I was
uploaded,
referring to exhibits 100A through 100S. I apologize.
the Colin Griffith trial, so I can analyze it as far as the claims
This is
for
created on 9/27.
battered child.
This witness cannot and has not testified to the date those images were actually created. That is not an accurate date in terms of creation of those documents. And he can't do pop for every time.
100 100 as moving in there, it's over minutes.
Okay, and just to clarify, that created date, is that for the notepad entry?
Yes, that would be the date that the note was created, not the links.
Okay, so let's, may I publish them, Your Honor?
I tried to join Christine, but she's turned off her memberships for some reason. Yeah, I was planning on doing a massive deep dive on him.
Can you just explain what we're seeing here, and especially the bottom part, if you need us to scroll down, we can do that.
Use my little.
And you can use your pointer,
Use
and
my-
I should show up on those views. I think if you, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you use that one, it might be easier for you, and it'll show up on all the screens.
Okay. All right. This right here is from the link. If you can get your mouse stand up on the screen.
All right, as long as you gotta be near a microphone, what can pick up the testimony?
This right here is the image link. This is the same as the link that is in the notepad. And this would be the file name. And the embedded code, this is the link to the HTML where you would represent the web page or when you would share the document.
Sorry, I just need to, if I convert German or something. Okay. There is, next to the embed codes, well, I'll point over here, you point it there. There's something that says about, does that have potential to give you more information about that image?
It does.
Okay, so we do the is this the information that comes up when you click that about link?
It is. This is exit data, which is
Can you spell out quick what workers?
exit is EXIF.
And what does that mean?
It's actually data that is about the image. It's basically data about data. It contains things from the date, time of the original, the manufacturer of the camera, GPS coordinate location. So when you get that information, you can also go back and you can tell even up to the exposures, whether the flash was on, and just a lot of information about the image itself.
So for 100A, does it first tell you, let's start with the date and time of the original.
The date and time of the original was 9/29/17/01/21.
So September 29th at 5:01, sorry, I said September 12th.
That's correct.
Okay. Does this tell you what type of camera took that phone?
It does.
Excuse me. What kind?
The manufacturer was Apple, and it was a model iPhone XS Max.
What is the model of the defendant's phone that you extracted?
iPhone XS Max.
Did you, well, I'll go through all these exhibits first, and then we'll just go through the next set. Where applicable, because you have the hard copies, if there is that extra data, just.
I go push right to see that. It's okay if I sit up here. So I can see your seat.
Yours.
Just don't block it.
All right, go ahead.
So if you can go to 100B. And as I said, if you were able to get that extra data, just let us know.
I was.
Okay. And what can you tell us about this image?
This image is also one of the the image link was included in the notes. I can also say that it was the manufacturer of the camera that took this picture was an Apple iPhone XS Max, and the date and time of the original is 9/29 at 17:01:27.
And if you can just, sorry, can you say September 29th at the time? Otherwise, it's like a whole lot of numbers, and I want to make sure we're getting the date and the time separate.
September 29th.
Just roll up to the third page so they can see it. Okay. And that's where you were getting that date created and that camera?
That is
information?
correct.
Okay. 100C. What can you tell us about this image?
Again, same, this is image link. The image was from the notepad on the device. And again, the manufacturer was an Apple. The model was an iPhone XS Max. And the date and time of the original is September 29th, 17:01:31:2020.
And just to save time, when you are giving us that information, that means that that third page is there.
Yes, ma'am.
100D.
Also in the notes, this was an Apple iPhone XS Max. This was created on September 29th, 17:01:2020.
I have a lot of demand. I'm going to ask that you wait until the exhibit goes up the first. Sorry. E. What can you tell us about this?
It's also from the notepad and the link. This was also created with an Apple iPhone XS Max, and it was created on September 29th, 2020 at 17:02.
100F.
Again, this is from the notepad, and this was also created with an Apple iPhone XS Max, and this was created 9/29/17/02/2020, or September 29th, 17:02.
100C.
Again, from the notepad, this is an Apple iPhone XS Max, and this was created 17:03, September 29th, 2020. again, from the notepad, notes app. Apple iPhone XS Max created on 1703 on September 29th, 2020.
I.
Again, from the notes app. It's a manufacturer's Apple iPhone XS Max. Date and time is September 29th, 2020 at 1703.
Are they even going to bother to read them out? I can't read that. Especially not on my iPad.
Jay?
Fucking hell.
Again, from the notes app. Again, it was a Apple iPhone XS Max, September 29th at 1703, 2020.
Right, let me just pause you for a second. At the top of this photo of a text message, there appears to be a phone number, correct?
Yes, ma'am. It'll be,
Who that phone number belongs to?
I'm not sure, no.
100 Cat.
$100K. That is also a link from the Notepad app or Notes app, and this also came from an iPhone XS Max on September 29th, 2020 at 1703.
L.
Again, from the Notes app, and it's also an Apple iPhone XS Max. The date and time is
Never heard of an Apple
September
iPhone
29th,
XS
2020,
Max.
1703.
Is that after the 13? After the 16?
Again, from the Notes app, Apple iPhone XS Max. This was at September 29th, 2020 at 1704.
N.
Again, from the Notes app. It's also from an Apple iPhone XS Max. This was 9/29 or September 29th, 2020 at 1704.
So far, pretty much all on the same day around the same time?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Oh, bugger. Whoops.
Again, this is also from the Apple iPhone XS Max. 1706.
Sorry about that. Oh, yum.
All right. Again, from the Notes app, this is the Apple iPhone. It's from Apple iPhone XS Max. And date and time original was September 29th, 2020 at 1706.
Banana nut bread. Mm-mm. Nice melted butter on it.
Q is also from the Notes app. It was also an Apple iPhone XS Max, And the date and time original is September 29th, 2020 at 17:06. R is also from the Notes app. And it also came from an Apple iPhone XS Max on September 29th, 2020 at 17:07.
Can you come and live with me?
Okay, this also came from the Notes app. And it also came from an Apple iPhone XS Max, date and time September 29th, 2020 at 17:08.
Now approaching the 100 A2 through S2. Were you able to? Were you
Do you
able
put
to find each of
vanilla
those
essence in your whipped cream?
On the defendant's phone, which was an iPhone SX Max.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can just look through those and tell me if those. I'll do that.
Okay.
Tell me if those are the excerpts of your.
These.
You need those?
No, I need-
Start looking through those.
Of course you do.
Yes, these are the excerpts from my report.
And where on the phone did you find those images?
They
Is
were in a
your
temporary
husband
file that
overweight?
was, associated with Safari.
Can you explain what that means?
A temporary file it's where an application will store a file temporarily for it to use. It could be temporarily there until it's downloaded. It could be temporarily there when it's uploaded, but it's just a temporary holding spot for a file.
I think we can go through these a little bit more quickly. I'm sorry, actually, Your Honor, I would ask that 100A2 through 100S2 be admitted and published.
Your Honor, take a look at it. I just told the work that you could.
He must have a physical job. As I reckon I'd put on weight living with you. With your sausage biscuits and your banana nut bread. Mm-mm-mm.
Pretty much around the same time. I mean, that's been probably better to ask about. I think they're all about the same time.
I'm from Jet, but just in terms of, I don't know. The foundation laid for the timing of these creation documents. I don't, so I just.
Oh shit.
Otherwise, you can look at it, but I'm gonna get to one.
That's what my mum's got, I think, at the moment.
Exhibits 100A2 through 100S2 are admitted evidence or defendant's objection.
And let me clarify one thing before we go through those. These photos are just the photos from the IBD.co links that were in the notepad, correct? Not from any sort of
Correct.
communication. Okay, so we'll try and go through this a little bit more quickly. And does each exhibit show when the particular image was created?
So far, yes.
This is not.
Yes.
Yeah, so what I'm asking is, can we just fast forward to the third page of each exhibit? Okay. So 182, please.
This will be 5:01 p.m. on September 29th, 2020.
And so can you just describe for the jury sort of like the layout of the screen and where you're finding created?
Okay. Right here, under images where it is a timestamp to capture time, it shows that this right here, this application ID right here, this long 7FE79950. If you will scroll up, please. It shows that that's the mobile application ID for Safari. Okay, scroll back down, please. So it's found in that Safari folder, in a temp folder, and the name is actually the same on the device as it is on the IMDb Beast website with the format that IMDb uses. It does throw in a couple extra hashes, but all the digits are the same and the hash mark.
Okay, and are these, when was this created?
This was created on 9/29/2020 at 17:01.
September 29th?
September 29th, 17:01.
Okay. And if, just to kind of make this more efficient, if there is one where it's not in the temporary files, but I think you said they all were, but if we can just jump to the create date.
Again, this one was in the same temporary folder, and it was created on September 29th, 2020 at 17:01.
See? No, C2, sorry.
I have assumed the zero gravity position. Oh, my favorite.
Again, September 29th, 2020, 17:01, 41.
Also stored in the temporary?
Also stored in the temporary. The naming is the same as the IMDb. Right.
E2.
Again, same camera make, camera model, created on September 29th, 2020, 17:01, and 50 seconds.
Oh. That's probably where everyone is.
September 29th, 20.
I haven't even looked at court TV.
17:02:01.
Okay. I'm likely to check my fucking emails.
Again, camera make Apple iPhone XS Max, September 29th, 2020 at 17:02.
G2?
Yeah, just a notification just came up on about the honor killing. Going live.
September 29th, 17:03, 2020. September 29th, 2020 at 17:03.
I do.
Oh, me too. Then I don't have to rush.
Subject created on September 29th, 2020 at 17:03:29.
J2?
Again, this is created on September 29th, 2020 at 17:03:36.
Okay. J2.
Yep. I'm hearing you. Yep.
September 29th, 2020 at 17:03:46.
L2.
I would do it again for the same outcome though.
September 29th, 2020, 17:03:55.
N2.
September 29th, 2020, 17:04:19.
Thank you.
Surprised Tan hasn't been on for a while.
September 29th, 17:07:29.
Go to. So far, these are all being created within the span of 5 to 10 minutes, right?
Yes, ma'am. Created September 29th, 2020 at 17:06:01.
Come on, Benjamin, read us some fucking text.
Created September 29th, 2020 at 5:06:31 p.m. Created September 29th, 2020 at 5:06:51 p.m.
R2.
You know, she has a studio set up with everything, the best of her boyfriend has bought her the best cameras, the best microphones, the best monitors, the best stereos, the best
Created
speakers, the best
September
everything,
29th, 2020 at 5:07
so that she can stream
p.m.
and not stream.
Your Honor, I'm going to move on to another topic, so I wasn't sure if you wanted to break for lunch.
Yeah, we'll need to go ahead right now.
Oh, I can do S? I'm sorry, one more S too. I apologize.
Is even her studio looks like recovery addict room, pretty much.
September 29th, 2020, 5:08,
Audio mixes
11
and
p.m.
all sorts, lighting.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and break for lunch. We can go ahead and
For lunch.
We'll come back about 2 o'clock and resume. I'll discuss the case and move on yourselves. Have a good lunch. We'll see you back at 2 o'clock.
I'm not getting up. Oh, yes, I will. Fuck. Otherwise, it'll be an hour later before I can turn it off. I'll be back. Yeah, she does look after Indy on Mondays. I know she's busy that day. And then Tuesday.
Nothing to say, Your Honor.
Going to help you. See the file, she's never required to, but it would be, we're gonna have this again if I got a chance, before or during lunch and see what's next for him. It's gonna be balloon, I shall take it for county jury, if you have to do it, not, fine.
Well, so I'll put it together, whatever that works out. All right.
Judge, on planning, are we gonna go through the day all day, so we need to figure
Yeah,
out.
we're going to be coming back next week, so I'm not this series. We'll be breaking a little bit. All right.
The rest of it should be shorter, Your Honor. This was kind of the large majority of the testimony.
I mean, put it this way, I don't know what time we're going to break for the day, but if you're coming back next week, next Tuesday anyway, there's no need to keep the jury here like this evening. All right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
And StreamYard booted me off. God damn it. Yeah, I will get up. Because otherwise it'll be an hour later that I can turn it off.
came through yet.
Were you asked to examine the defendant's phone for other evidence that she sent proof of the affair with Christopher Dantel to anyone?
I was.
Your Honor, I'm approaching with State's Exhibit 135. Lieutenant Wells, do you recognize that exhibit?
I do.
Is that an extract or an excerpt of the extraction report for the defendant's phone?
It is.
And, Your Honor, I would ask that Exhibit 135 be admitted.
That's very much.
All right, it says exhibit 135 and then one else without objection.
And Your Honor, may we publish this?
Yes.
Let me know if you need more of the page shown, but can you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what this extract and support, the report shows?
This shows an account that was accessed, a Google account that's hgabe2210. And it's under the passwords where it is kept in a keychain where it doesn't necessarily show the passwords. It shows the encrypted version of a key. But this was created on 9/27/2020 at, September 27th, 2020 at 6:56:47 p.m.
Okay, and so is this showing the creation of the account or the password?
This is just showing that it was accessed, the account was accessed on this device. It doesn't show the creation time of the actual account.
Okay, and you're saying, did you say that the password is stored in a keychain?
Yes, keychains, not necessarily the actual legible key password, but it's in the keychain, P list.
So like now, it saves a password so that you don't have to fill it in every time, or what's the password keychain is?
That's Apple's secure place to store passwords. And if you own an Apple device, you'll see that you get the option to store things to your keychain, but the keychain P list still logs those entries.
So when was that account accessed with the stored password?
September 27th, 2020 at 6:56:47.
Okay, and then. If I go looking at that, I'm just gonna show you. Admitted 95 to remember the extraction. I'm approaching with admitted exhibit 95. That would be previously identified as the extraction from Erica Dantel's phone.
So I'm only this point here is just seeing what's in the attachments.
If we're gonna get to that, that's 99.8. I can't blow that up at all.
Okay. If I can't identify what it is, I can't agree to it.
I mean, that's already in it.
No, 95 is that I showed them, that's the extraction. These are just excerpts from the extraction.
Okay. So what, how does that identify?
This is 99. All of the exhibits that Lieutenant Wells is testifying to are portions of the extractions that were turned over to the defense 3 or 4 years ago.
So you said that's part of
99 comes from 95.
95 is
yeah.
already in it.
Yes, 95 is the extraction from Erica Dantel stuff.
I don't have 95. 95 is not in it.
It was in Ken Marcus.
I have it as entered through Sergeant Marcus.
You're right. You're right.
Okay.
All right.
So 99 is simply a portion of 95.
Well, State's Exhibit 99. So it's okay.
Your Honor.
Yes.
And so then, Your Honor, maybe we also publish it.
Yes.
Do you recognize Exhibit 99?
I do.
Is that, as we have been saying, a portion of the extraction from Erica Dantel stone?
It is.
Okay, so can you tell the jury what we're seeing here?
What we're looking at here is an email. The subject is Chris Dantel affair. And in the body of the email, it is proof that Chris Dantel is having an affair with Meagan Jackson. Meagan is pregnant, attached is text and pictures the two have shared. And then under the attachments, there are 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 images.
Okay, and then what is the date and timestamp on that email?
October 1st, 2020 at 7:30.
Can you tell who the email was sent to?
There's a glare on the screen, sorry.
Read it from the exhibit.
It's Erica D'Angelo at gmail.com, Miss Dantel at gmail.com, Miss Dantel at gmail.com, Colton's mom at gmail.com, D'Angelo2 at Colton's mommy coupon, and Aaron at gmail.com.
And you said that that email contains a number of attachments.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you then go through and create or print out each of those photo attachments?
Yes, ma'am.
Did I ask you what email account sent that message?
No, ma'am. But it came from
What email sent that message?
a
Is that the one that the defendant's computer showed had been accessed with the password from the keychain?
the mobile phone, yes.
Somebody's recognizing that.
Yes, these are the larger images of the images that are in the email, contain the attachments.
Sorry. Did you, as you accessed those photos, did you then look to see if you could find those same photos on the defendant's phone?
I did.
Did you find them on the defendant's phone?
I did.
Did you create exhibits that are portions of the extraction report from the defendant's phone showing where they are located?
I did.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm letting you know.
Your Honor, I'm approaching the witnesses of 99A2 through 99J2. Do you recognize those as the excerpts of the extraction report from the defendant's phone that you printed out?
I do.
Your Honor, at this time I would ask that 99A2 through 99J2 be admitted in public.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Your Honor.
State the judge 99A2 and 99J2.
And Lieutenant Wells, I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time, so I'll talk about 99A and then 99A2, so we're on the same image. Does that make sense? So can you start with 99A? Once it's up on screen. Is that the first attachment from the HVA 2210 email?
It is.
And then going to 99A2. Okay. Does this page show where you were able to find that photo on the defendant's phone?
It does.
And does it show what date and time that image was created?
Yes, October 1st, 2020 at 7:26:51 p.m.
Going to, sorry. B2. Okay, is that the second image? This is on 90. I'll be.
That's big.
That's this, which is fine. Okay, I'm sorry. 99B. Is that the second attachment from the email?
It is.
And going to 99B2. Does that say what date and time it was created on the defendant's phone?
Yes, it was created on October 1st, 2020 at 7:27.
Is that before or after the HA email was sent?
This is right before. Yes.
You still have Exhibit 99 record, right?
No, I don't have none. That's a.
You should still have it.
I think I get it back to you. 99A2.
There it is on the screen.
Yes, it was before the timestamp for the email being sent was 7:30. 24. Same date, October 1st.
Okay. We see C, 99C. Is that an attachment from that HA email?
It is.
And C2? At what date and time was that image created on the defendant's phone?
Again, it was created on October 1st, 2020, 7:27.
Still before the email was sent?
Roughly 3 minutes before the email was sent.
D. Is that an attachment from the HDA email?
It is.
And D2? When was that photo created on the defendant's phone?
October 1st, 2020 at 7:27:42 p.m.
99E? Is that another attachment from the email?
It is.
E2? What date and time was that image created on the defendant's phone?
October 1st, 2020 at 7:28:06.
F? 99F? Is that an attachment from the phone that you printed out?
It is.
I mean, excuse me, from the email. And then F2? What date and time was that image created on the defendant's phone?
October 1st, 2020 at 7:28.
Again, still before the email was sent.
Yes, ma'am. 2 minutes before the email.
99H. Is that an attachment from the HDA email?
It is.
G2? What date and time was that image created on the defendant's phone?
That would have been created on October 1st, 2020 at 7:28:53.
You may have to start speaking up a little bit because I think the skies have opened up outside. H, 99H. Is that an attachment from that email?
It is.
H2? When was that image created on the defendant's phone?
That would be October 1st, 2020 at 7:29.
99I? Is that another attachment from the email?
It is.
99I2? When was that image created on the defendant's phone?
This would have been on October 1st, 2020 at 7:01.
701?
Yes, ma'am.
99J. Is that the last attachment from that HDA 2210 email?
It is.
Case 2. When was that image created on the defendant's phone?
It was created on October 1st, 2020 at 7:29:47.
So essentially all those attachments from the HDA 2210 email, did you find having been created on the defendant's phone prior to the date and time that the email was sent?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll take this back. I'll put them in order. And there's the 99 before. Did you also examine the defendant's phone for relevant text conversations between the defendant and Christopher Dantel?
I did.
So the jury heard testimony about a package that Dantel intercepted and gave to the defendant. Did you find any text messages that seemed relevant to that?
I did.
We can take that down. I'm approaching with State's Exhibit 155, and if you can look at that and tell me if it is an excerpt of the extraction report from the defendant's phone relating to the package.
It is.
Your Honor, this time I would ask that Exhibit 155 be admitted and published.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
It states that 155 and visit evidence.
Can you read those texts, because the text is a little small, and you can say who the speaker is.
Okay. From the owner of the device, which is listed in the contacts as HMMMMMM. Go home, watch your mail, meaning your mailbox. I remember this one time he was, David Colson, do you want me to?
There's a curse, that's why he's just,
You're asking the question.
you can read it. I mean, you're not person at the court, you're reading the text.
I remember this one time he was fucking with his ex-wife. He wouldn't hesitate to put something in your mailbox.
What's the next text?
From the same. Plus, he texted me, which means he's off work. He should have had enough time to get to your house. I would watch it for the next couple of days.
And then who is the response? Is there a response to that?
There's a response from the contact 333-81 or 1844, which is Chris Dantel, that says, okay.
And what does the next level say?
Also, I'd be careful with you not being home. He might stop by if he sees just her and knows for sure I'm out with you. If it is him, chances are he'll have the balls to confront her if he's that pissed off.
Okay. And what is the date and time range of that text conversation?
This was on September 28th, 2020, from 3:53 p.m. to 3:58.
After seeing that text message about the package, did you find any relevant location data on the defendant's phone?
I did.
I'm approaching the State's Exhibit 101. Is that a portion of the extraction from the defendant's phone with relevant location data?
It is.
Your Honor, at this time I would ask that Exhibit 101 be admitted and published.
You need that.
That's right.
There's Exhibit 101, and then the evidence. Okay.
Let me just scroll down so you can see. Yeah, like that. So can you tell me what lines 1 and 2 show?
This shows a location from her device in the native locations. It's in the SQLite database right ahead log, and it has GPS coordinates of where the device was, and it was where the device was, and it was visited, and it gives a time it was there until.
Sorry, I'm just going to start over here. So that's indicating that it was visited?
Correct.
And then is the time range of September 30th from 1:34 to September 30th of 209? That's what?
Correct.
In the position column, what does that indicate?
That is the latitude and longitude of where the device is.
You can scroll down to the next page. What does this line 3 show?
This is a location data that comes from a search in Google Docs, or I'm sorry, Google Maps, that searched the name FedEx Office Print and Ship Center, and it returned back the GPS coordinates.
What is in the last column? And then I'll have Riley scroll back up so we can see what the heading is.
That is whether the it has been deleted or not.
So does the yes indicate that it was or was not deleted?
It indicates that that record was deleted.
Did you then run those GPS coordinates just through Google to try and find what was there?
I did.
I'm approaching with 101A and 101B. Did you create printouts from the internet of WhatsApp application, those locations?
I did.
Are those copies of what you found on the web?
They are.
Your Honor, this time I would ask that exhibits 101A and B be admitted in public.
Any objection?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, state exhibits 101A and 101B are admitted in public.
All right, so what does 101A show?
101A shows the GPS, the latitude and longitude, and a pin of where that, when searched, that latitude and longitude came up.
What was at that location?
This one is a FedEx office over off Seaboard Street.
Perfect. Can we go to the second page of that? Just scroll. Is that also just from the Google Street View?
It is.
Okay. We can go to 101. Was this from the second set of coordinates?
It is.
What's at that location?
The UPS store package ship.
Okay. Did you examine the defendant's phone for any text conversations which might have suggested that Greg Price revealed the affair?
I did.
I should say, did you find anything that seemed to suggest that Greg revealed the affair?
I did.
Did you create an excerpt of the report showing what you found?
I did.
I'm approaching with State's Exhibit 153. Is that the excerpt that you prepared?
It is.
Your Honor, at this time I would ask that State's Exhibit 153 be admitted as public.
Yes, sir, just under the rule of completeness, Your Honor, we're getting excerpts here, and that's okay to some extent, but if we'd like to have the complete conversation from these dates included for jury's consideration.
On cross-examination, you can put in the entire conversation. All right.
Thank you.
All right, State's Exhibit 153 admitted as evidence of the defendant's objection.
And can be published, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you. Can you read this text conversation, please, including who it's to and from?
This is from the same HMMM, the owner of the device. Just talked to Greg. You busy? The next, he goes, okay, well, she goes, okay, well, Greg does know I'm knocked up. And he said he would tell Erica to her face and would have a long time ago if he got the chance, but he had said he hasn't yet. He also said it's not him texting, and then just tried to make a cover for himself when he talked to Savannah. From the 1844 number, which is listed as Chris Dantel, double homicide, call you in a couple minutes. And then back response from the owner, it's been more than a couple minutes, men, and I'm panicking. You're not going to be able to lie. He doesn't care, and he has enough proof.
And what is the date and time on that text conversation?
It will be September 28th, 2020, from 8:52:06 p.m. to 9:27:19 p.m. on the same date.
Did you also search the defendant's phone for text messages that indicated a potential plan to harm Greg?
I did.
Did you create an excerpt of the report of the relevant evidence that you found?
I created an excerpt, yes.
Okay. I'm approaching your Honor, State's Exhibit. Go ahead, got it. State's Exhibit 151.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that
This
the
is.
excerpt that you created? Your Honor, this time I would ask that Exhibit 151 be admitted and published.
I'm sorry, did you respond to this excerpt? Any objection?
Yes, sir, Your Honor, this is inadmissible character evidence, subject to Rule 404.
Hand it up to the judge. Just show me the process.
Exhibit 151 is the agenda evidence that was sent.
And I published, Your Honor? Thank you.
This is a text excerpt from, including conversation from the owner of the device, and the number listed is Chris Dantel. From the owner, it goes, "The want and the doing is two different things. Hopefully it's slow for you again. Why don't you text me later when you want to eat? Greg Pub not getting kids today. He pissed at me." And this was sent on 9/28/2020 at 9:13 a.m. Still, but he being polite. I'm all for popping a tire on the highway or cutting a brake line on him. From Chris Dantel, his reply was, "Unfortunately, I am too now."
Thank you. We heard where's the motion for them? There had been some testimony about a text from the victim to the defendant about a storm coming. Did you search for that conversation?
I did.
Were you able to find a relevant text conversation?
I did.
Did you create an excerpt of the extraction from the defendant's phone showing that conversation?
I did.
Our time, this is not being admitted at this time, is that right? Or are you trying to do it now?
I am going to try and admit through Lieutenant Wells.
Yes, no, this one, identification, you're not submitting it in this minute.
I'm showing it to you in this moment so that you
Yeah,
can see it.
I'm
and
going to
then
have some objections, is all I'm saying. I'm going to have some objections to this document going into evidence under the same rule we just discussed in the other 404.
Your Honor, I'll show you Stacy's Exhibit 157. Again, this is an excerpt of the report that they've had for years.
Sidebar food, it's in your sight. Like and subscribe. Oh, don't be shy. It's a little swoop, a sneaky little glide. The message is simple. Like and subscribe. That sidebar, feel the groove. Sidebar smooth. One look at you, and I know that you are an idiot.
maybe the HORRY whore can give him a BJ. That'll make him happy.
I'm showing you State Exhibit 157. Is that the excerpt from the data extraction from the defendant's phone showing a text conversation that includes a reference to a storm is coming?
This poor witness has been on the stand all fucking day.
Trying to find what page it's on.
I think it's the last page.
I suppose he's getting paid more than the fucking jury, isn't he?
Okay, yes.
Is that an excerpt that you created?
It is, yes.
No, I'm sorry, I'm double checking to make sure. But I would ask at this time that Exhibit 157 be admitted.
United States Exhibit 157 is admitted in evidence of the defendant's objection subject to the redactions to be discussed.
And Your Honor, just to be efficient, I can have him start reading this, but I want to just.
Okay.
And what was this text conversation between?
From 1-843-650-150, which is G, and the owner,
Letter G?
and the owner of the device, which is the XS Max.
Okay, you're gonna have to speak up.
All right.
There you go. Can you start at the top of the conversation while we're waiting to complete the redactions and just say who is sending the message and who's responding?
From G, is it okay to come and get the kids? Reply, they are not home from school yet. G, okay, then I'll go home, take a shower. Thanks, just text me when they're ready, please. Hope your day is going well. The owner, kids home, just text when leaving.
Okay, and just for clarification purposes, the owner of the phone is Meagan
Meagan
Jackson.
Jackson, yes. Actually, to G. Actually, they can stay today and tomorrow since no school tomorrow. From Greg. Well, I haven't made it home yet, so I can just head that way. It'll be about half an hour when I would arrive. She replied, okay, that's fine. Stay or wait till tomorrow. Either way is fine. Greg, I have no problem with them spending the night tonight and tomorrow if that's okay. Reply, that is fine. When can you, Greg, when can I pick up the kids? I hope your day is going well. She replied, I'm on my way back. I left this morning for a call in Aner and haven't been home yet. They've been giving Savannah a hard time and trashing things. As soon as I go home and make them clean up their mess, they can go. Greg replied, he just texted me, hey, just text me, please. She replied back, okay, you do have a better or more cooperative dick when you're high. From Greg, WTF. From Ms. Jackson to Greg, that was not supposed to go to you, nor was it supposed to come out like that, so I'm glad you got it. It was supposed to say more of a dick and not a cooperative. From Ms. Jackson, if you can pick up kids by 5, I have a body in NC waiting for me to pick up. I need to leave by 6. Hello? Is that okay for that time? Again, I have to let Chuck know.
Those were all from the defendant?
They were. The replies were, sure, I'll be there at 5. So no one even had lunch. Ms. Jackson replied back, no, they refused to do anything today, and I don't really care. Had you not got them today, they would have had dinner and straight to bed. Dakota took part 2. She pissed in cups and had the dogs drink it. He replied, well, where else is she supposed to piss when Savannah doesn't let her out? And it's quite apparent that you don't care. From Ms. Jackson again, excuse you. As soon as I walked in at 4:47 p.m., she asked, and I said, you're leaving in 10 minutes. Wait till you leave. This was when Savannah had her out with the other 2 cleaning the upstairs, so she wasn't even in her fucking room. She made her go back in the room after she went into Savannah's room and took her shit and messed stuff up. So go ahead and run your fucking mouth again.
She's lovely.
Back, okay. She also said, she texted back, also, Blake was told not to let Rocco out while you were here, and he could give 2 fucks less and let him out anyway. Greg replied, okay. It
really sounds like an abusive partner.
You know, it doesn't matter how many fucking days I take off and spend the day with them. The second that I actually have to work, they turn into little assholes. I don't know if that's because I let them go back and forth between my house and your house and things aren't the same, or if they all just need to go to fucking boot camp. Just got to this again. This is Miss Jackson just got to reception. Just got to reception again. Me and Savannah broke down in Asheville. Chuck's sending us another driver. The van won't be fixed until tomorrow. From Miss Jackson, you can call Chuck if you need to, but we won't make it back till tomorrow and going to miss our flight today. So trying to figure out how I'm going to make it to court Friday.
Fucking StreamYard keeps kicking
Greg
me off.
replied, funny, because the kid said you were leaving this morning. Once again, I don't heed people's warnings that warn me you were going to F me over again and do this asterisk. But I love my kids so much, I want to be with them all the time. From Miss Jackson, we were, or supposed to leave this morning. It was 12:50 we leave and wouldn't get there till 5:29. I just lost $2,000 in plane tickets. Thanks for being an ass about it. From Greg, okay. Oh, but I'm going to lose my asterisk job because I have nobody to watch my kids. So no, thank you. Miss Jackson replied back, call Chuck. It was not planned. I'm losing $2K, like I said, and I still have to get to Ohio. From Greg, why would I call Chuck? Is he going to watch the kids for me? I'm right down there. It would have been a nice to get a call last night or whenever instead of night, or right before I walk out the asterisk door to take the kids to your house. How convenient. She replied, thought I would make it back. Didn't know. I has to wait for van. Then fell asleep, about to lose reception. From Greg, when are you getting back? Weird. Chuck's not answering his phone either. Miss Jackson, that's because we had an autopsy this AM. So did I. He should answer when he's done. I'm not sure I still have it figured out Ohio. From Greg, when are you going to be home today? ETA. I need you to take the kids soon as you get home because I've got to look for a new job. Hello? I have bad service here. This is from Miss Jackson. I don't know. I have to make it to Ohio before Friday somehow. I'll also have to wait for van to be fixed. Chuck's driver coming to get Bodie. Your body. Sorry. From Greg, well, I hope you're home by today. Otherwise. According to Chuck, not till tomorrow now. I open cans of worms because I have nothing to lose now. Sorry, but I guess I'm just not cooperating. I should be happy I lost my job. From Miss Jackson, I told you first text car being fixed tomorrow and I still have to get to Ohio. I told you first text again. I told you first text car being fixed tomorrow and I still have to get to Ohio. From Greg, what court date do you have tomorrow? Meeting at, Ms. Jackson replied back, meeting a judge, no hearing set yet. October 5th is court quiet. Greg asked, trying to figure out what is going on. I don't see any court dates from the last time you said you were there. Sorry, I don't trust a word you say. Everything is always riddled with half truths and half lies. So I'm going to start letting people know the truth.
Come on. I'm here.
From Ms. Jackson, first of all, it's under a trust. We meet a lawyer, which mine come quit.
Come on, yeah.
Which mine quit. Papers are at home, asshole. I can show you when I get back. So fuck off. It won't come up by searching my name. From Greg, well, the scheduled court for October does, but not just talking about court. Supposed to meet her tomorrow. From Greg, sorry, wrong person. From Ms. Jackson, I'm not, and I didn't make it to Ohio. We are coming back, but won't be back till later. From Greg, Gay, be safe. Are you going to be home tonight so I can drop them off in the morning? From Ms. Jackson, I am taking my time coming back home. Won't be back till tomorrow evening. Stopping by a FH and sitting in Charlotte tonight.
Come on. Say hello.
Awesome. You really did cost me my job. Thanks. You told me you'd be home later, so I told my boss I'd work tomorrow. Thank you. Trying to salvage my F* life. Unreal. All I can say is wait for the storm. From Ms. Jackson, I never said when, I said later. From Greg, God be with you in your travels. Enjoy yourself. From Ms. Jackson, actually, I specifically said I am not coming back today, but we didn't make it to Ohio. If you read the first text I sent. From Greg, tell it to God. Huh? Thank you.
He's such a mommy's boy. Did you hear him crying from the lounge room? He couldn't see me. All out the hallway. No, he's purring like a maniac.
What is the thank you. What is the date of that text conversation?
Scroll down a bit.
Hey, mister. Hey.
Beginning on 9/22/2020.
Hey. You happy now?
Until 9/25.
You happy now?
Okay, and now we can go to admitted exhibit 98. I'm not going to read that one.
Hope so.
You my beautiful boy? Yeah. Yeah.
On line 6, that entry that has some flight information. Can you read it? What date is the flight out of Myrtle Beach?
September 24th, 7:01 a.m.
So during the time period of the conversation you just read?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I have no further questions. If you just answer certain questions.
Cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, did I have a
About time.
All right. Those information just provided to you.
For the record, this was provided 3 or 4 years ago.
Is he gonna have a suki lala? Come on now, Mr. Dipshit defense attorney. Get your shit together.
Your Honor, could we let our potential witnesses go further today? Yeah.
Come on now, boy. Get the corn dogs.
So were you asked to look at Chris Dantel's phone?
I was asked to look at several devices, but I can't remember if I did. I don't believe I did Mr. Dantel's phone.
Okay. So if we sit here today, there's information that you could or could not cross validate related to where Meagan Jackson was, location data wise, and Chris Dantel. You don't have that information.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Well,
Here's what I'm asking for. On 9/30, in September, on 9/30, when Meagan Jackson goes to UPS and FedEx, Chris Dantel is with her. Are you aware of that?
I testified to the data on the device. That's what the device is analyzed.
Okay. So you're not aware that the two of them were going there to try to put a stop to anything coming into that?
I'm the digital. I do digital evidence, sir. I'm not the investigator in the case, so.
Oh my God, he's going to go down this route again. For fuck's sake.
On those dates you were showing us and times you were showing us, everything I got, they all had two different kind of time periods. Sometimes it would be accurate, sometimes it would say UTC. On the ones that we're showing here today, were those the time spent on the document, or were those not yet converted from UTC?
Which ones would it?
Go there.
Show me which ones were
Yeah.
UTC.
Yeah.
Oh.
Find one.
What exhibit are you showing?
I'm gonna show them 153 and 157. Did you see it?
Where?
Right
Right here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's UTC -5, New York. That's local time.
Okay, it's -5. So on some of mine, it said -5. I had to do the math myself, and on some, it was already done for me. So
Which ones did you have to do it for? Did you have to do the math on them?
We're talking about thousands.
That's the question. Yeah.
We're talking about thousands and thousands of documents. I guess what I'm asking you is there any way for us to know, see here, 155. Time zone settings, UTC. See how it says that?
That's just the, yes, sir. That's just the summary. That's the name of the time zone at UTC that shows the setting right here again is UTC -5, New York, sir.
Okay, so does that mean that UTC,
It means-
we're subtracted from it, or you have to do a subtraction? From
No,
it?
it's in the local time.
If that's converted time. So.
Yeah, dipshit. Is that all you
I
got?
couldn't get a grasp on. Isn't the time flow this way? Erica Dantel gets a message on the morning of 9/27. That's the first time she receives information about the affair between Chris Dantel and Meagan Jackson. That's your understanding?
I mean, I don't know what the first time what she knew. I know what the data that was on the device that I testified to, because I don't know what she would know.
The time of it's important. Is that morning, wasn't it? Sir?
I would have to see.
On the morning of September 27th. The morning of September 27th, Erica Dantel received the first indication that there was an affair going on between Meagan Jackson and Chris Dantel.
Is this the email you're talking about, or are you talking?
Yes, sir.
I don't know, sir.
On this? All right. Because right after that, what's sent to Meagan Jackson is a message from Chris Dantel.
Objection, Your Honor, counsel's testifying.
All right, just don't testify. Okay, well, Your Honor, I'm having to explain to him the fact. I'm gonna ask him the fact, he can deny it, or he can respond to it because he likes. I don't think it's an improper question. How do you get the question now?
Your Honor, if I may respond.
Oh, Lord.
That sidebar, feel the groove. It's a little swoop, a sneaky little glide. The message is simple,
as we sit here today, do you have an understanding of the sequence of events in terms of the information Erica Dantel received related to the affair between Meagan Jackson and Chris Dantel?
I have a basic understanding of the sequence of events, yes.
Okay. All right. You would agree with me, wouldn't you, that the first information Erica Dantel received about the affair was on the morning of 9/27?
I cannot testify to what was the first information that she received, sir. I mean, I do digital forensics. I can testify to data that is on the device. I mean, I don't know what she knows or what she was sent, or I don't know any of that. I'm not the investigator on the case.
You are the Cellbrite. You've been put forward as the second digital forensic expert and Cellbrite analyst. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And I've just watched you testify, and every time you testified, there were dates and times given in your testimony. What was there?
That is correct.
Okay. And so I'm trying to go back and rehash some of those dates and times with you, and I just want to see if you understand. So as we sit here today, can you clarify for us what time Erica Dantel received her message on 9/27?
On 9/27, when she did,
Yes, sir.
without the exhibit in front of me, we've
Okay.
been through so many.
Okay. And then as we sit here, do you have information about what Chris Dantel did with that information?
I wouldn't, that's beyond my scope,
Okay. But you were looking at Meagan Jackson's phone.
because it was provided, yes.
Okay. So you would then know that Chris Dantel sent her that information, that Erica received.
That Chris Dantel sent.
Chris Dantel sent that information to Meagan Jackson and said, look what's been exposed.
If you could please show me, counsel.
You looked at Meagan Jackson's phone, right, as part of your extraction.
I did.
At 9/27, on 9/27, September 27, at 10:30 p.m., Chris Dantel sent Meagan Jackson a couple of lengthy messages, which included the information related to Erica Dantel.
Objection, counsel's testifying.
Without the report, without an excerpt showing me exactly what you're talking about, that one phone extraction is so large, it's impossible for me to know all the data, the dates, times. I mean, with all due respect, I mean, that's a lot of information for me to recall off my head. So if you would please show me a portion of my report.
The marks for identification, Your Honor.
So, Miss Sharon Roberts.
You want to make it first?
Defendant's Exhibit 4, identification.
Thank you, Madam Board. Your Honor, may I approach the witness? Yes. I'm going to hand you what has been marked. This is Exhibit 4 for identification only. Could you look at that and identify in the green bubbles if there appears to be information being sent to Meagan Jackson?
I mean, this is a visual representation of what it would look like from the data in the device.
There's a timestamp, a little time synchrone.
Mhm.
You share that time?
Ooh, which one, sir? All three?
Just the first.
Oh, yeah, evidence if you really testify.
Oh, yeah.
You can give it.
It's just
refresh your memory.
Let me see.
Yeah. Take a chance to look at it.
Okay.
Does that refresh your memory as to what information, or that information in large fashion was sent to Meagan Jackson from Chris Dantel on the evening hours of 9/27?
It does not.
In reviewing Meagan Jackson's phone, you would have seen other messages. Because I've seen, you just testified to a number of messages. Isn't that right, sir?
That's correct.
And part of that was try to help you get context, is my understanding. Is that right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so it would have been important to you, I imagine, that on 9/27, that Meagan Jackson reached out to Chris Dantel to let him know she would try to help him figure out.
Objection, Your Honor.
So testify. Ask your question.
Are you aware that Meagan Jackson contacted an IT professional to try to help her figure out, try to help Chris Dantel figure out?
Go ahead.
Contacted an IT professional to try to help Chris Dantel and Erica Dantel figure out where that 9/27 message had come from?
I'm not.
Are you aware that Meagan Jackson tried to help Chris Dantel and Erica Dantel figure out what platform had been used to send the message that was still 9/27?
Repeat that, please.
Are you aware that Meagan Jackson tried to help identify the platform that was utilized to send the anonymous 9/27 message?
No. No, sir.
All right. You read some messages between Meagan Jackson and Greg Rice, is that correct?
I did.
Are you aware that Meagan Jackson eventually confronted Greg Rice about the 9/27 message that was sent to Erica Dantel?
I don't recall right now.
Okay. Okay. So, David, court results, please. You're aware that on 9/28, Meagan Jackson told Chris Dantel that she was not helping.
Objection, Your Honor.
You said you read messages, you read messages between on Meagan Jackson's phone, is that correct?
That's correct.
Did you recall seeing messages from Meagan Jackson told Chris Dantel she didn't want to do this anymore?
Objection. And move to strike, Your Honor.
Wasn't told. So as we sit here today, just want to make sure it's clear, you agree that y'all have, you've been presented with cherry-picked information from text messages between Meagan Jackson and Greg Rice. Is that?
When we do reports and we do extractions, the UFED reader report that's for a force multiplier. So everything, as I testified earlier today, that these extractions are extremely large. So there's more eyes on it.
Okay. No further questions, Ron.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right, give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a long week. We're going to get a break for the week. We're not going to be able to get this. We're not going to be able to get through with this trial today. We still have a ways to go. We will not have court Monday. I'm going to ask that you please be back Tuesday at 9:15. Leave your notepads in the jury box. Do not discuss the case with anyone. Don't conduct any independent investigations. Don't watch any news reports. I hope you have a good Mother's Day, Father's Day. I hope you have a good weekend, and we'll see you back Tuesday morning at 9:15. Thank you very much. All right, anything from the state before we vote?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor, and I am going to reprint, I'll figure out which exhibit it was that's with the redactions.
Anything from the defense?
No, sir, Your Honor.
All right, we'll be in recess till 9:15. Well, I'll take a date at 9:32 if you want. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor, have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Ah, whoops. No, night, lovelies. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Hey there, thanks for stopping in. We hope you will join us again. We all look forward to next time. We get to talk about true crime. Clues. Justice served in an honest fight. True crime tales till the verdict's right. Solving more than just trivial quests, where sentences rule and the defense rests. Our true crime family is great. All types of topics we debate. Smash that like and ring that bell. Hit subscribe, you might as well.